Hello, today's video is from the first time that I ever played Dungeons and Dragons. I went to a store in Olathe, Kansas in August and sat down with four people. The DM helped me make my character right before, and he'll make a level 6 character because that was the point everyone was at. I had no clue what was going on in the story. Not a clue. So, once I finished making my character with some help from the people on the table, we started playing the game. We were at a mansion in the middle of Ghost Town, was pretty much what I was told. And first thing I did was I popped in the front door. Said that one of my animals I could talk to told me there was trouble here, just so I could get there. I go through the first door on the right when I come in, and it ends up being in this really creepy living room. From what I could understand, it sounded like it had taxidermy all over the walls, and there was a fireplace and a chandelier, and there's a guy, older guy, I don't remember what his class was, to be honest, but I went to go talk to him, and the DM told me what was actually wrong with his character, but I did my best not to metagame, not to know that, so I asked the guy, "Can I help you?" The guy tells me that he is trying to find his brother. It's like, okay, what's your brother look like? And the DM tells me that he looks like so-and-so, a creature that I don't remember the name, to be honest. Didn't even know what the name meant when I first started playing. So the DM goes and he shows me a picture of what the type of creature his brother was. And it was like this ghostly creature. At this point, my character's a little confused. But he'd already agreed to help find his brother. So, I was like, okay, so, is that qualified as an undead? The DM told me, yes. Here's where I fucked up the entire game. Because I was a half wood elf ranger. So I used my ability, Fey Ancestry, to see all undead for 50 feet. So I don't remember the exact amount because it was August when I played this game. But he told me, alright, do a wisdom save. And I'm like, okay, why? He's like, you're in a ghost town. I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with, just do the wisdom save. I'm like, alright, what? He's like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, okay, well, what do I roll for the wisdom? My first game, gotta remember, I'm not very smart at this point. So he shows me where my wisdom is and tells me to roll a d8. I roll a 2. I am fucked up. He then has me roll a d100. I think it was like a 36, something like that. It's been a while. But then he pulls me aside away from the table and tells me I have become insane. My insanity is that I will do anything to achieve my goal, even hurt other people in my way. And I'm like, okay, what's my goal? He's like, that's for you to decide. I'm like, well, I'm a wood elf ranger. I very much care about nature. You know what? I want to return the world to nature. And everything went downhill from there, as you could tell. So, when we go back to the table, I don't remember what everyone else was doing at this moment, but I kept, for I think it was 2 or 3 turns, I used my bow and arrow to try and shoot down the chandelier. I missed. And outside of game, I hear as DM goes to the wizard, who is upstairs, saying, an arrow shows up. And he has him roll whether or not he gets hit or doesn't get hit, and Twice he gets hit in the foot. He's pissed. Not at me though, because he's in game. He's like, "Ow, that fucking hurts." Out of game though, he's like, "I see what he's trying to do." Kind of. He didn't quite understand that I was trying to burn the house down with him in it, but he figured I was trying to hit a chandelier, not him. But after I think it was the third turn, a shape warps out of the floor that looks identical to me. The DM told me it was a kind of creature. I don't remember exactly what creature it was, but it was actually the house. So I end up going to the doorway to try and get it from the creature that's in the room with me. And I try using my flint and steel that I just realized I had in my inventory to try and burn down the house. Meanwhile, everyone else knows what's happening and tries to escape from the house. There is a rogue hobbit girl who... Well, that's a girl who's sitting to my right. I don't remember what the gender of the hobbit she was playing was, but as she's running through the doorway, she asks, "Can I pull him?" Like, grab hold of me, pull me out the door. And the DM says, "If you roll your strength and you get above so-and-so, you'll do it." And she gets a crit. She pulls me out one hand out the door. At that point, I get her on my pony, after double-checking with the GM, make sure that my pony could hold my weight and the hobbit's weight. And the house is now getting ready to attack one of the guys that I'm with. The guy says, "I'm going to go west, so-and-so feet, to try and get it from the house." And he casts wild magic. His wild magic, instead of doing what he wants, which is like 3 times or fireball or something like that, he casts fly on the house. The house is now flying at 60 feet per second, or so-and-so amount of time instead of 30 feet. Yeah, not very good. Meanwhile, I have my horse take me and the hobbit 80 feet east. I mean, very clear to the DM, I'm going east with the horse and the hobbit on my saddle. And later on, he tries to do a, wild magic. Once he does it again, he manages to fail and make it so that the house will fall because he's not controlling the house flying anymore. So the house is falling, and he says there should be so-and-so amount of damage outwards, which is within the range of every single person. Forgetting that me and the halfling are, at this point, 100 and almost 200 feet away. And I remember to tell him, and he's like, "You have to tell me when you're going away from the party." I'm like, "I said specifically, I'm going east," because he said he was going west. He did not want to listen to me about that, but he eventually, when the hobbit joined me on the fact that I had said so, we ended up being fine. We managed to escape from the house, and everything's fine until we go to an inn. At which point, they all go inside, and they're like, "I'm going to try and figure out how much it's going to cost to take the night here," and stuff like that. And I go out the front door. I go around the back. I try to use my flint and steel to catch the house on fire. The inn on fire, my bad. And one of the guys decided to follow me. Don't remember which one. I think it was the wizard. At this point, the wizard and 2 guards are attacking me and kill me. Stop the fire. And their main enemy for the series was a vampire, and he asked me if I'm willing to, in exchange for staying alive but becoming a vampire, be willing to help him kill the party. At this point, I'm like, "Hey, if you're willing to help me protect nature," he agrees. I fail my insight. Yeah. That was my first time playing D&D, and that was my last time currently. as of making this video. That was in August. And the DM assured me that he'll use my character as a mini-boss of sorts, helping out the main antagonist. And then I point out the fact, did my horse come with me? The DM said, no. I'm like, well, then my horse is still at the inn. Maybe one of them could try and take it. The wizard tries to, I forget what it was, but try and control it, and used wild magic, and blew up my horse. My horse is dead. But, yeah, that was the first time playing, and I had a lot of fun. I screwed up everything. But this is Mega Justin, and I hope you had a good time.